Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to my Human Rights in Islam series. This is the next part. It's about Libya. From stability to chaos by foreign hands. So now this lecture exposing modern imperialism, broken promises, and the suffering of ordinary people. So, my beloved brothers and my sisters, respected elders, and every truth seeker listening with an open heart, let me begin with a little opening. So, someone once said to me, Brother Rizwan, Libya was saved by a foreign intervention. I replied, if saving looks like chaos, slavery, markets, militias, and a collapsed country, then we seriously need to redefine the word save. And Libya is the proof. Libya before the bombs. Before foreign intervention, Libya was not perfect. No country is. But it had free education, free healthcare, stable infrastructure, subsidized food and fuel, strong national institutions, one of the highest living standards in Africa. Families lived normal lives. Children went to school safely. Hospitals functioned. Roads were maintained. Libya was not paradise, but it was not the nightmare it became. So the narrative that justified destruction. The world was told, we are protecting civilians. We are spreading democracy. We are stopping oppression. But what actually happened? Bombs fell. Governments collapsed. Weapons flooded the streets. Militias rose. Borders disappeared. Security vanished. And Libya was thrown into permanent instability. So when the state falls, the people fall first. So after the collapse, armed gangs, controlled cities, human trafficking exploded. Kidnappings became normal. Lawlessness spread. Lawlessness spread. Families lost safety. Women feared traveling alone. Children stopped attending school. So one Libyan father says they removed one problem and replaced it with 1,000. When you destroyed institutions without building alternatives, you created chaos and not freedom. So the return of slavery, a global shame. One of the darkest outcomes of this, open slave markets, yes, in the 21st century. Young African migrants sold for labor. Men auctioned like objects. People chained, human dignity crushed. And the world was shocked for a few days. Then silence returned. How can the same nations that claim to fight racism allow slavery to reappear? Because profit matters more than people. So the real motives. So let us be honest. This was not only about human rights. It was about oil, influence, regional control, power, political dominance. Libya's resources became more valuable than Libyan lives. Islam teaches do not consume wealth unjustly. But global politics often feeds on injustice. So the faith of the Libyan people, despite chaos, Libya did not lose Islam, did not lose faith. Masjids remained open. Quran continued to be recited. Families held on to their faith. Mothers taught the children sabr, patience. Communities helped each other survive. One Libyan elder said, they destroyed our government, but not our iman. Faith became the only stable institution left. So the dawah we could learn from this. People around the world looked at Libya and began questioning, what is humanitarian intervention? Who defines freedom? Why do wars create refugees instead of peace? Why do Muslim lands always become battlefields for experiments? Many began searching for a system that values justice consistently. And they found Islam. That's the answer. The only system that replaces human dignity above power. So, what Libya teaches us: bombs do not build nations. Foreign control never brings stability. Removing leaders without building systems creates chaos. Selective human rights destroy trust. Faith survives when governments collapse. And Allah's justice is not influenced by politics. Allah says, "And do not cause corruption upon the earth after it has been set to rights." That's mentioned in the Quran in chapter 7, verse 56. So Libya is a painful example of corruption disguised as rescue. So our responsibility: what can we learn? Question war narratives. Speak the truth, not slogans. Stand with victims and not power. Support refugees. Make dua for Libya. Teach future generations about justice. We must stop allowing propaganda to define morality. So my final message to the people of Libya: you are not forgotten. Your suffering is known to Allah. Your dignity still matters. Your faith is still your strength. Your healing will come. Your justice is written. And one day, inshallah, Libya will rebuild. Stability will return. Children will grow without fear. Knowledge will rise again. And faith will remain strong. And history will remember not who bombed Libya, but who endured with patience and iman.